Vigyan Gurjari, that's a Gujarat unit of Vibha, in collaboration with Gujarat Technological University. Through this important talk today, we shall be getting deeper insights into the triple helix model of innovation that refers to constant interactions between academia, industry, and government to foster economic and social development. The model emphasizes on boosting innovation for development. We have amidst us the august presence of our eminent speaker of the day, Shri M. Nagarajan, Commissioner Higher Education, Government of Gujarat, Shri Jignesh Porisagar, Deputy Engineer, GPRD Cell at IIT Gandhinagar Palach, and as well Secretary Vigyan Gurjari, KG Unit, Dr. K.P. Badgujar, Principal LEC, Dr. Manish Thakkar, Professor and Head of Department IC and Institute SSIP Coordinator, and Dr. C.H. Vitlani, Sir, Professor and Head of Department Electronics Communication Department, SSIP Institute Coordinator. We shall now begin the proceedings of the event by lighting of the lamp. May I now request all dignitaries to kindly come forward. Thank you all the dignitaries starting this day on a very pious note. I shall now request Dr. K.P. Badgujar sir to welcome Shri M. Nagarajan sir with a sapling. Thank you, sir. May I now request Dr. C.H. Vitlani sir to welcome Shri Jignesh Porisagar sir with a sapling. Thank you. I shall now request Principal sir to kindly welcome the audience.
Respected Sri M. Nagarajan sir, Commissioner Higher and Technical Education, Sri Jignesh Porisagar ji from Vigyan Nagari, all HODs, faculty, students, I welcome you all at LD College of Engineering, Ahmedabad. As we all know, we are celebrating 75th year of existence, and our year-long celebration were inaugurated by Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Bhupendra Patel sir, along with Honorable Education Minister, Sri Jitubhai Waghani and Dr. Bhupendra Patel sir, along with all alumni at GMDC ground on 20th of June. The institute has its centennial vision also, and which has received blessings from Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi sahib, Honorable Vice President Sri Venkaiah Naidu ji, Honorable Home Minister Sri Amit Shah ji, and the centennial vision has been inaugurated and released by Chief Minister himself, Bhupendra Patel sir. So, sir, after this inaugural event, we are lucky enough to have our first event by our own commissioner itself. So, on the occasion of this Amrut Parva of LDC, it is well known that this organization continues to illuminate the youth and society with the lamp of unceasing education and knowledge for the last 75 years. And thereby it will continue to contribute to development of the nation in the coming years as well. To make the student an excellent citizen through holistic development, the institute nurtures students through various dimensions and mediums. To develop experience-based knowledge, skills covering technical education, innovation, research, trade, commerce, and etc. The institute has so many awards and appreciations. There is a long list, but to make it nutshell, I just remember the last week's achievement, where we have been nominated as a first across the India for the most affordable education, and 28 among the government engineering colleges. And there are many others. Now, today regarding today's lecture, the triple helix model of innovation refers to constant interaction between academia, industry, and governments to foster the economic and social development. The model emphasizes boosting innovation for development, and it describes the role of university to join hands with the industry and government. It explains the social formats for the production, transfer, and application of the knowledge. So today we have an opportunity to explore more about this topic from a very learned person who is the leading torchbearer of the innovation in Gujarat. So I request everyone to note down the key derivatives of the deliberation and ponder upon later to implement the same in our work culture. So thank you very much, and I welcome you all once again.
Thank you very much, sir. I shall now call upon Mr. Jignesh Borisagar, sir, to brief us about the Student Innovation Fest and various activities carried out under the banner of Vigyan Gurjari.
Respected Nagarajan sir, Badgujar sir, Vitlani sir, and Manish Thakkar sir, and all professor, lecturer, and students. Vigyan Gujari is one of the unit of the Vibha. It is called the Vigyan Bharati. It's work for the Swadeshi science movement. Basically, it's mainly promote the science and also bridge the gap between the industry and academia. Main motto of the Vigyan Bharati and Vigyan Gujari is to promote the Indian scientists. Actually, in nowadays, it is a when you think about the technology and innovation, then you always think all the technology comes from the foreign. But so many years ago, all the that kind of things already happened in the India's like Viman, Pushpak Viman, and all the kind of things is available. Like ancient iron pillar is in the Delhi. So it's 900 years ago, pillars. There still is not any kind of the junk in the pillar. So that kind of promote to Indian scientists and Indians works, Swadeshi science like Ayurveda, that kind of the activity done by the Vigyan Bharati. So same we organize various program like Vidyarthi Vigyan Bantham. It is for the school students 6 to up to the 12 standard students. Though it's yearly organized program if you Google it. Last year we do the Gujarat Vigyan Sammelan. We cover the all kind of the science faculty, agriculture to the engineering, microbiology, pharmacy, all kind of the medicals, also covering all the areas of the science actually. So one ideas come before the 1 year, SI 2021. During the discussion, students are start the research activities in various projects. But after the some time, it is a not complete the project due to any reason like financial issue, yeah, any other like ગુજરાતીમાં એવું કહેવાય કે રિસર્ચ ચાલુ કરે પછી ઘરે છોકરી જોવાનું ચાલુ થઈ જાય તો મીન બિટવીનમાં એને ટાઈમ એટલો ના આપી શકે કે કમાવાનું ચાલુ કરવું પડે એ પોઈન્ટ ઓફ વ્યૂ તો રિસર્ચ એક્ટિવિટી ઇઝ નોટ કેરીડ આઉટ ટુ થિંગ્સ financial પણ હોય છે અને some of time it is a issue of the mentoring કે industrial mentoring also need to the students for the development of the product. ઘણી વાર એવું પણ હોય છે કે તમે જોતા હશો કે અહીંયા ઘણા બધા સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ દ્વારા અથવા પ્રોફેસરો દ્વારા ઘણા બધા રિસર્ચ પેપરો અને પબ્લિશ થતા હોય છે એવરીવર પબ્લિશ મોસ્ટ ઓફ રિસર્ચ પેપર બટ that product are not useful and not work out because of the that is not used for the field. So mostly what need to the innovation mainly need for the application based innovation કે જે સોસાયટી में જરૂર છે એ જ ઇનોવેશન થાય તો ઇટ્સ યુઝફુલ ટુ ધ ઓલ અને એડોપ્ટ પણ જલ્દી થાય અને ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રી પણ ઓલ્સો એડોપ્ટ ધ ધેટ કાઇન્ડ ઓફ થિંગ. તો એ બેઝ ઉપર એસઆઈ 2021 નું અમે કર્યું. તો એમાં ફર્સ્ટ યર અમે વી હેવ ધ ડ્યુ ટુ ધ કોવિડ પેન્ડેમિક સિચ્યુએશન 60 number of online expert deliver lecture by the industries and we all four part divided the competition innovative hardware, innovative software, combination of innovative hardware and software, and the fourth one is the best idea for the sexual benefit. So 259 number of project come during the this SI 2021 and we praise to the 60 number of students also. And still we are providing the mentoring to the 4 number of students. Like one of the project is the agriculture robotics. Like પાંદડા જોઈને આપણને ના ખબર પડે કે આમાં કયું જાતનું જીવજંતુ છે કે સ્પીસીસ છે એમાં. So through robotic and a camera, and you as an engineer people AI technology using AI technology, we mount the camera on robotics and we scan the all the plants and we tell that what is the growth of the product and what is the final product comes. So one of the girls from the Anand agriculture students is come from this idea. Is the first year students only. So we are still providing the mentoring to him by industrial and the academia also. So for continuing the program, yearly program, we launched the SIF 2022. SIF.org.in. It is a website. So it's same in concept. Now we are as per actually one time discussion with the Nagarajan sir cabin. So we are only planned for the 25 program. But Nagarajan sir you told me about that you go for the big program, very big program. So we go for the 75 number as a Azadi Ka Amrut Mahotsav 75 year. We go for the 75 number of lecturing 75 different colleges. So in by 75 different experts. So more than 7,500 students we need to cover. And luckily today is the 25 number of program about Nagarajan sir. And we still cover 3,500 students in all over the Gujarat. So today also the students who participate in this program and attend the sir program, so it's register to the sif.org.in. So we will give the certificate also for that program also. Thank you. And one thing is I am very much thankful to Nagarajan sir who help in all our events, and we always invite us to discuss with the new things. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for making us conversant with all those endeavors by VG to propel science and innovation. I shall now invite Dr. Manish Thakkar, sir, to give us an overview of the various activities carried out by LDC under the aegis of SSIP. Over to you.
Thank you, madam. Good morning. Very good morning to all. Respected Sri M. Nagarajan sir, Commissioner Higher Education, Dr. Ketan Bhattacharya sir, Principal LDC, Dr. Viklani sir, Professor and Head EC, Sri Jignesh Borisagar sir from the Vignan Gurjari, all heads of the departments, faculty member, invited guests from Vignan Gurjari, and my dear students. It's indeed a pleasure moment to welcome our own Commissioner sir on behalf of the LDC family. On entire sir LDC family, we welcome you. During the interaction with the startups across the different sectors, our Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi said that startups are going to be the backbone of the new India. When India completed the 100 years of the independence, startup will have an importance in a main role. Countries innovators are making the countries proud globally, and India's own economic systems of the startup evolving rapidly. You can see that there are the more number of startups in the different sector coming up in the day by day. And I am happy to share that the Gujarat have its more contribution, and at present there are the 14,200 startups in the Gujarat. So just a big round of applause for all the innovators, because once upon a time such kind of the innovator is sitting like you, and later on they have their own startups and they are contributing into the India's growth. So at this juncture, I would like to mention the few achievements of the student startup ecosystem of the LDC, supported by the student startup innovation policy of the government of the Gujarat, SSIP 1.0. Sir, we received the SSIP grant in the 2017 in SSIP 1.0, and we are happy to share that our students and the faculty benefit a lot through this grant in terms of the patent, POCs, and the startups. In 2021, we received the 3rd place in the ARIA, that is a national level ranking in the innovations. It is one of the big achievement for the Gujarat itself. in 2022, recently, we talked in a Smart India Hackathon, which is a national level competition among all the IITs, and the 12 teams are the selected from the LDC. And this is the probably this is the first in the Gujarat such kind of the huge number of the teams selected in the final round. Our team Robocon win the national level championship at the IIT Delhi, and they have represented in 2019 at the IIT Mongolia at international level. Our two student startup, Roshan Rawal and the Malav Shah, got selected into the top 100 startup in the Startup Turkey program. We received the institute, the best performing institute, the Prasansa Award in the 2019-20 and 21. As the outcome, up to now, we have sensitized more than 25,000 students in terms of the various startup ecosystems. We have supported 143 financially supported through the SSIP 1.0 program. We are having 5 DIPP registered startups, and 79 patents are filed by the faculty and the student of the LDC. From that, the 11 patents are the granted. And we have utilized 98% of the grant successfully in this tenure. So with this note, I once again congratulate all the students, faculty members, mentors, and thanks to our own ecosystem for the supporting the startup culture at LDC. Thank you all.
Thank you, Manish sir. Moving on to our very crucial segment of the day, let me introduce to all of you our expert speaker. Shri M. Nagarajan is an IAS officer of 2009 batch Gujarat cadre. Currently, sir is working as the Commissioner Higher Education, Gujarat State. He has a working experience of 22 years in various government departments, including Indian Railways, Indian Audit and Accounts Department, and Reserve Bank of India. He worked as district collector in Aravali district of Gujarat and contributed in bringing services delivery and industrial development of this tribal area. Later on, he was also the district collector of Kutch district. He made major interventions in health, education, and rural development. He believes that technology can be a game changer in India's development. He has conceived and implemented projects in digital village, smart village, rural startups, rural broadband, smart cities, smart urban transportation, e-health, and m-health for rural and urban communities. A bureaucrat by profession, he believes that technology is a great enabler of social change. He has been awarded by Election Commission of India for innovative use of technology in elections in Gujarat 2012 elections. Projects under his mentorship have been conferred with some of the major awards that include the Scotch Award of Excellence, CSI Nihilant Award, Manthan Award, Financial Inclusion Payment System Award. He has been chosen as District Collector Digital Champion 2014. Sir is an avid blogger and a startup mentor. Let us hear more from him. Over to you, sir.
Very good morning. Respected Bhatbuja ji, Vetrani ji, Manish Thakkar ji, Sir Mori Sagar from Vigyan Gurjari, my fellow faculty members from LD College, and my dear students. It's a very exciting topic for all of us. Before I start sharing some of my thoughts and ideas into it, I'd like to just understand the various branches you are coming from, the students. So please raise your hands. Mechanical, how many? Okay, electrical, electronics, EC, communication, civil, other streams like chemical, rubber, and other faculties. Okay, I think pretty good representation of entire LDC cohort here today. I have very close affinity with the LD college for certain reasons. During the Corona lockdown, I was just nearby. I was under lockdown here, so I had to spend a lot of time in this campus roaming around. So I have spent a lot of time here, though non-academically. I'm not that lucky to spend time here academically, I would say. So today we are standing in a very interesting point of time for all of us. India as a country, Gujarat as a state, we ourselves in our professional and personal lives, we are all in a very transformative time. 2 years ago, the world was different, and in the coming 2 years, it's going to be much more different than what we are seeing today. If you think Corona has accelerated change, the coming 2 years is going to accelerate it much more in a higher pace. So all the thoughts, assumptions, planning that we have about our future is going to go for a toss. And it will be disrupted by a lot of things that we are just thinking as a keyword. Suddenly it will be seen in our real life. It is already there. If you care to observe, you will see the trends changing. You will see the new things coming up. And especially for the students, if you are in first year or second year, by the time you graduate, you are going to step into a different world. So the rate of change is accelerating very much. The vision that we have set for this country about being a startup nation is not something that was told just to inspire us. That was based on the reality of change that India is going through. And we have a lot of evidences to back up that argument. In economics, there is a theory of measuring motivation for the societies, countries. It is possible to measure the motivation level of the country and predict what will be the economic development. This is something like 40 years old theory, 40, 50-year-old theory. But still that theory holds good. And today we can see there is a renaissance of hope, aspiration, motivation, energy, vision and ambition of each and every person in this country, whether he is from urban areas, whether he is from major cities, whether he is from Delhi, Mumbai metros, whether he is from smaller cities, whether he is from a tribal area. I can give a lot of examples for each of this. So this renaissance of India is a predictor for future growth. And therein lies the opportunity. The opportunity does not lie for me, does not lie for the people who are sitting in the front, but it lies for the students, you people. We can only observe and comment on it. You are the people who are actually going to work on it. And if you are not ready to ride this wave, you will be losing out massively. I'll tell you why. Previously, there was a guarantee that if you get into LDC, you can make it big in life. If you get into IIT, IIM, you can make it big in life. But now that parameters have changed, if you want to make it big in life, probably you should know how social media works. If you want to make it big in life, you should know how to capture someone's thoughts, how you can put your points across, how you can enable others, how you can help others, and all these things, technology is going to be a major factor. So technology means what? By technology, I don't mean IT. By technology, I don't mean AML programming. By technology, I don't mean 3D printing and robotics. That is all we are focusing and thinking that that is going to give us food. But technology will be there inside everything. Technology means not the advanced technology or latest technology or tomorrow's technology implemented today. Technology means the right technology applied to solve the problem. You don't need a hammer to actually hit a mosquito. So throwing more money at technology or throwing more technology at a problem is not going to solve us. Right application of technology is very important. And especially I would like to caution the engineers that the assumption that engineers are going to save the world has been challenged many times now. And it is not possible also. For the simple reason that while engineers are more focused on efficiency, choosing the right problem is the biggest challenge. We all know that all teachers and professors are here. Finding the problem statement is the biggest challenge in research. You know there is a problem, it is somewhere hiding in this. But how do we pinpoint that exact problem? And even if we have problems, government may have problems. We have a lot of problems in government that needs to be solved. But pinpointing the problem first and then choosing the problem which will give us the maximum benefit for the minimal cost is the challenge. For this, you don't need engineering. For this, you need a vision, you need a clear understanding of the problem statement and a clear thought process to find a solution which is ultimately providing result. You don't need to come to LDC for learning this. But having said that, I'm not demotivating you. Once you find the problem, how we will reach to the solution and how fast we can do it and how best we can do it, therein lies the technologist's role. So we should first take away our mindset that technology is going to solve our problem. We should learn how to apply to technology. Another thing is, when we talk about solution, doesn't come with single technology. At least two technologies should collaborate together, then only one problem will be solved. Today, if you see electronics is, gaining or entering everywhere. Your car is actually a electronic gadget now. It is getting increasingly electronic. Can we define where electronics ends and mechanical starts in today's car or in future car? You take electric vehicle, Tata, Nexon, EV. We cannot define where mechanical is getting over and where electronics is starting. And after electronics, sensors, actuators, and motors and pumps and whatever you want to know, next comes the IT part where programming starts. So there is a continuum of technology that is happening. So when we look at tire, for example, say Tesla Model S tire, it is hitting the ground. So that rubber is, you can say, mechanical. Okay, there is a physical movement of part. But inside the rubber, there is air and air pressure sensor. Can you exactly draw a line where your sensor starts and where your physical ends? No, the world is increasingly becoming cyber physical. So now if the engineer is going to say that I will not look at my left, I will not look at my right, I will only look at my subject, my topic, my theory, then we will not be able to survive in this. So increasingly problem solving is getting interdisciplinary. The more disciplines we involve, the better solution we are going to do it. So after technology, there is a solution. You have found out that in principle this is working. Your POC is working. Your lab setup, it is working. Now we are going to go to the real field. There, who are your stakeholders? How they are perceiving your system? Today, billions of rupees is made or lost just by changing few elements of interaction on an interface. I am again repeating. Today, billions of dollars, rupees is made or lost just by changing few elements of interaction in an interface. That interface can be a mobile phone, it can be a computer, it can be a LED screen, it can be any device where you are getting information. And if you are changing elements here and there, that is why companies are paying top dollars to get #1 ranking in Google. Whenever you do Google, first 2 ranking links is always paid link. Only third and fourth is non-paid and organic link. So here we are talking about interaction. We are talking about the human element. We are talking about perception. If you go into the screen, first of all, you open any screen where your eye goes first. That is called user interface and user experience. Now, if a technologist engineer wants to say, I will not care about that, I will only care about what my solution is, then you will not be solving the ultimate problem that the society wants to be solved or the business wants to be solved. So if you want to be an effective engineer, you should work across domains. You should work across not only allied domains, you should work across differential domains. You should work with humanities. You should work with science. You should work with arts. That is why today Bachelor of Design course is much more in demand rather than Bachelor of Technology. Because in BTech, you all know ACPC, what is the data now? We are struggling to fill the seats. Because the promise that engineering provided to our society is still not realized. The promise that technology provided to our society is still not realized. But the admiration, fear about technology is now gone. Now everyone can be an innovator. Anyone with a thought, with an open mind, with a curious mind can be an innovator. There is no tax on ideas. There is no ACPC exam for being an innovator. What requires for innovation is an open and free mindset. And the moment we brand ourselves as an engineer, as a bureaucrat, as a professor, we are limiting ourselves to 4 corners of the definition. So it is very important for all of us to break it fast. Otherwise, we will not be able to keep up with the times. And for the students, you start with open mind. Go where your problem statement requires you to go. Explore all type of solutions. Then you will be able to come out with a better idea. I can tell you one example that is happening live. We are creating more competition for engineers. So I have 500 colleges who have art, science and commerce as their subject, for whom they always thought technology is something, not related to me. Whenever I need, I will go to some engineer or doctor, something like that. So now we have introduced a project called Innovation Club, where we are giving them exposure to block-based coding in Gujarati. We are teaching them 3D printing, robotics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, whatever, blah, 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 that is required now. We are giving them the ideas. We are giving them, opening their minds to new possibilities. And they will be able to solve a problem better. Why? Because they are closer to problem statement. Our intention is to empower the local youth to solve the local problem and help them in their local language. If we are going to expect that an Ahmedabadi technologist is going to stay in Dahod, is going to stay in Narmada, Rajpipla, and understand the lifestyle, understand the situation of a person living there, and then going to bring a solution to it, that will happen. But the chances are 1 in 100. But if we are able to empower the local youth to think about new approaches, new ways of solving a problem using new technology that the world is already working on, then the output or the efficiency is going to be very high. So now it is very important for every one of us to work together to form very dynamic, complementary teams and hit the problem statement in a very agile manner, very fast manner. We should not be fearing failure. We should be doubling our failure rate. And when ideas come out of it, when solutions come out of it, then the entire world is there to help you. We have the new student startup and innovation policy where even a dropout up to 35 years of age will be given funding for their idea. But what is important is to come with an idea or a solution. So it is not just for the current students, not just for recent alumni, but up to 35 years. And not just for the funding of ideas, but we can then scale it into making it into a product, taking it to the market, and even getting it funded by venture capital. So that is the advantage of being in Gujarat, that we have the entire ecosystem, right from ideation to venture capital and IPO, everything integrated into one organic system. We are all talking with each other. We are discussing, we are throwing ideas. When I was young, in school or college, I used to hear that in Japan, even a 10th class student can assemble a radio transistor. But today, with confidence in Gujarat, I can say that any 12th pass student, if he comes with an idea, his idea will be respected and he will be supported by the entire community to take it forward. Am I right or wrong? So that is the basic minimum that we are setting. That is why I said we are setting the base for a very transformative trajectory. And this is a model that can be replicated across the whole country. So the demographic dividend that we are talking about, that 65% of our population will be below 35 years. How we are going to engage them? How we are going to provide them the opportunities? What is the aspiration? What is the goal? I am saying that through innovation and through startup and entrepreneurship, we will be able to solve India's problems and make it big, and it will be a big role in creating that $5 trillion economy that we are talking about. We don't need unicorns. Okay, some unicorns are fine. But what we need is at least 10% of a cohort should be an innovator cohort in every institution of India. So when we are talking about LD college, 7,000 students are there. We should ensure that in every cohort, 10% of these students become innovators. I was given the figure that you have funded 135 ideas. I feel that 700 ideas should be funded every year. What is stopping you? Nothing is stopping us. Only we are thinking that this is okay, we are doing good enough. No. If we want to play the role, if LD wants to play the role that it deserves in the growth of the country, then we should be tripling our innovation rate. So that is the kind of target. We should help our students to become job creators, bring their ideas to reality. If 10% of a cohort become innovators and they make it into startups, they will be able to employ the rest of the 90% of their batch. Because we have that much of market, we have that much of requirements, we have that much of scale in this country. So that is one way of looking at how to enable innovation. And to make it inclusive, we need to take everyone along. Art, science and commerce students, there are 8 lakh students. In engineering, technology and pharmacy, there are 2 lakh students. So if we are leaving out a major sector of our population, then we will not be able to get their dividends into the society. So this science, technology, innovation, when all these things are combined, then we will have the best output for India. And colleges are the place that this journey has to be started and instilled in the mind. A student, once he becomes an innovator, he will always think, his approach will be different. Always he is talking about solutions and other positive things. Academics is one part, but these are the learnings that are the life skills that they are going to get. So I will request the students to look at it as opportunity, go in for cross-disciplinary teams and work on solutions which bring the holistic solution for the problem, not just one part of it. that is good enough for finding a specific solution for a specific research question. But if you want to deliver a workable solution, it has to be holistic. Another point I would like to make is that some of the best innovations came when the technology was applied in the right context. We all know the titanium. The metal titanium is lighter than any other metal, but it's stronger than steel. So it was invented for the aviation industry because we need to find big objects that need to be strong enough to handle the stress and light enough to fly. But the biggest impact of titanium came in aviation and it got accepted. After that, what? Somebody thought, why not use this technology to create a blade foot for the person who has lost his limbs? Now we have people who have lost their legs to come and compete and run in the same speed as a normal athlete using this blade foot because titanium was applied to make a difference to someone's lives. So it is a job of us technocrats, thinkers and doers to look at right context for the technology. That is why I said technology is not everything. Application of technology in the right context and right technology is very important for us to bring out the maximum result. And Gujarat is emerging as a big startup hub. All the startups from other states are also now shifting here because they are getting a very positive environment. Even for the third year in row, Gujarat has been ranked as #1 in the startup ranking. That is because we have innovation happening in each and every institution of Gujarat. During the Corona period, we had an online course for IPR and 5,500 faculties have been trained. So now we have effectively 1 or 2 faculty who is very strong in the IP creation and protection who are able to support our innovators. We have the SSIP network where all the coordinators and teachers are working together. I know LD is doing a very tremendous job on it, but there are certain things where your college can take leadership, can show the world how multidisciplinary approach is done, how a complementary team can make a difference. For that, we should get out of our departmental mentality. We should first break the compounds of our department. Then we should break the compound of our college. Some of the best innovation might be happening in that corner where poha and samosa is available. Because there people are able to meet, talk, discuss their ideas. We have a lot of institutions around, we can easily collaborate. And already this area is emerging as the startup and innovation hub. In one way, this is emerging as a Silicon Valley of Gujarat. There are venture capital that are now planning to set a base in Gujarat. They are coming from Bangalore and Hyderabad because now they are seeing that they want to catch the startup before they come out of Gujarat so that they can invest early. So that is why I said the future is very bright for people who go out of the box, think application oriented, find problem statements that are worth solving. Either they should be solve a problem for the society or for the business. So when we are talking about unicorn, we should talk about impact unicorn. Can we find a solution? Can we work on something that can impact 1 billion people of this country? Today, India is not just exporting software or not just providing BPO services. The platform approach that the government of India done with this UPI, National Digital Health Platform, Aadhaar, and all that is now being requested by other countries. India is now providing, consulting the world. Now we are not just a body shopping country. We are now consulting the world in how to create systems that will transform the societies. And we should know, we should prepare our engineers to have that platform mindset, very open mindset to look at the broader application of their work. So this kind of linking the relevance to the innovation, relevance to the academics, then only we will be able to bring out their best. That mindset creation starts with college, especially UG. So it is very imperative for the faculty to first be open to these ideas and encourage the students who will be able to tap on these opportunities. So that is why I said the motivation level of our country in finding, going back to our roots and bringing science into our culture and finding scientific reasons for our practices is also major benefit. So with this, I will conclude my thoughts, and if there are any questions, I can take a few questions. ओवरलोड हो गया क्या? Anyway, I thank Vigyan Gurjari for giving me this opportunity to meet some of the best minds of the LD College and also the professors. And I encourage LD College to keep working on, opening the mindset of the students and also create a platform for making a difference in the society. The colleges and universities are the place where industry, academia collaboration can happen, where this all the three forces can come together. And I also congratulate all of you for the Amrit Parva and also Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. It's all coming together, and it's a very interesting phase for the country as a whole and interesting times to come. Thank you very much for everyone for listening.
Thank you very much, sir. Some of the very crucial insights given by sir. And as Vanpuja sir had also mentioned that everybody must be jotting down some of the important takeaways. Two of the most quotable statements which I liked is that motivation level of citizens. I would say in terms of LD College of Engineering, motivation level of students and faculties is going to be the yardstick of how far we are going to take this. I mean, the complete combination of science, technology, innovation, and startups. So I believe that students have been truly motivated by the talk, and we will see to it that they are going to adopt more and more projects under SSIP so that all these things can come to the fore. Thank you very much, sir, for that inspirational talk. And I shall now request Borisagar sir to present a memento as a token of respect to Shri M. Nagarajan sir. Thank you very much, sir. May I now call upon Dr. Vitlani, sir, to kindly extend the vote of thanks.
I think the energy level is now different after this thought process given by Nagarajan sir. So we are very much thankful to Sri M. Nagarajan sir, Commissioner of Higher Education, for giving us more energy to support vibrant ecosystem available at LD Engineering College. And sir, I would like to share with you that all 13 teams which are selected under the Smart India Hackathon, all are interdisciplinary in nature. That means there are mixing of civil, mechanical, EP, IT, and that's why actually I think according to you that's why they are successful in that way. We are very much thankful to our young and dynamic principal, Dr. K.B. Barguja sir, for providing such an interactive opportunity to all of us. We are thankful to Manish Thakkar sir. Manish Thakkar sir, whenever I remember the name, I am innovation comes in my mind because he's always thinking the innovative. Always, innovation and student startups is coming in his mind, and because of that, we are getting this much of success. And I can see that highest budget which was allocated to the SSIP to different institutions, highest utilization is there in LD Engineering College because of IT. We are also very much thankful to Jignesh Borisagar ji, Vigyan Gurjari. He was sharing with us that such 75 lectures are there. It's really very good, achievement for them. And thank you, sir, for giving the opportunity to LD Engineering College for conducting one such expert talk here. We are thankful to all head of the departments, faculties, and very important students. Without students, all the events are failed. So, dear students, thank you very much to all of you for attending this session. And this session must have given a lot of energy to you. And due to this session, I can see the vibrations are more positive towards the innovations. Thank you all. I will not take much time because the Nagarajan sir has to leave at Thank you all.
All of you quickly please alight and we'll just quickly take a national anthem. Divyesh.